guys, my name is Betty Kirota and welcome to another episode of Disability Awareness Podcast. This is a platform where I share my story and experiences as a person with disability with the view of creating disability awareness and also reducing stigma or destigmatizing disability. So yeah, I am happy for today's episode, and in our episode today I have a guest that I am happy to introduce to you, and I'll let him introduce himself and tell us his name and what he does.
Thank you, Betty. My name is Kizito Ajuang. My third name is a little bit difficult, so we'll stop at Kizito. And I'm a lawyer by profession. Currently, I work in the state law office as a legislative draft person. But again, I do very many other things apart from the law work I write. I do a little bit of creative writing, poetry, and again, disability awareness.
Oh, nice.
In the ways that I can, in the small ways that I think I can.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much and welcome to Disability Awareness Podcast. We are happy to have you.
Thank you.
Yes, and now to start us off, I would like you to let us know, like, what's your disability? Is it something that you are born with? Yeah, and how has it been?
Okay, thank you. I am physically disabled. I use a wheelchair. And this came to be because I was infected by polio just after birth.
Okay.
So after that, it actually took my parents a long time for them to know that I'm infected by polio. And the story I'm told, the backstory I'm told, is that by that time, there were, as much as there were vaccines, there were bad vaccines. So really, by the time my parents realized I was infected by polio, it was a little bit far gone.
Okay.
So I've gone through life with all my life with physical disability. And okay.
No, continue.
And this, so that is the life I have known. Being in a wheelchair, at some point I used crutches and all that. So that has been my life up to now.
Okay, and that happens like you were young. Like how old?
Yes, I was young. I was like 1 year old.
Okay.
So for me, I've not known another life. I've not known a life where I walk on my 2 feet. Yes.
Okay, and so that is, I don't know, that wouldn't make sense if I ask, like, how has life been? Because that has been your life.
Yes, yes, it has been. For me, it has been interesting. It has been challenging. It has been a life where I have to prove myself. In my own words, I would say move those mountains that I could move, flood those valleys that I could flood to get to where I am. Being a lawyer, having a life that is somewhat independent and do what I want to do. So it has not been easy, but for me it has been interesting.
Ah, nice. And schooling, how was schooling? Like going to school, playing with other kids. Have you known a life that involves playing with other kids, running around?
Okay, I'll start with playing with other kids before I go to schooling. Now, as a young person, as I grew up to understand, it took me just time to know that I was different. Because now my brothers and sisters and other siblings are running around, but I can't run.
Yeah.
So the joke then was that my brothers and sisters used to tell me that, you see, you are a gift.
You are?
You are a gift from God.
Oh,
And given that you cannot walk, you just pray. One day you will wake, and as you step out of your bed, you'll be able to walk. So I kept on every day as I go to sleep, I pray. Then when I wake up, I try to walk. So I say, this is not the appointed day.
Yeah.
The next day I tried.
Yeah.
It happened for a while until I got to a point. Then I said, now it is just God's time for me to. When the time comes, I will know. So I stopped the habit. So playing, I tried as much as possible, like any other kid, to try and go out there and play. My siblings also tried to do everything to
engage you.
To engage me, to inculcate me into what they do.
Yeah.
However, still, in my young mind, this was because I felt the disadvantage. Because at times they would run out and I remain alone in their house. Sometimes they would want to go somewhere and they have to carry me along with them. And as time went by, as I grew, it became heavier and heavier. Because then I didn't have a wheelchair, so they used to strap me on their back or carry me on their shoulders. Then we go, yes.
Even your parents?
Even my parents at that point. then it got to a point now they couldn't. So because I realized that they have to move, life has to move,
Yeah.
and I'm the one who is remained, I found solace in one movies, and I found solace too in PlayStations. So then that I could tell myself, okay, I can't go, but there is a PlayStation there.
Yeah.
I can't go, but there is a movie there.
Yeah.
So then I found what I can do. I adapted myself to having a bit of an enclosed life, something that affects me up today. I would really confess.
You are more of an
Being I'm a,
introvert.
more of an I'm indoors than outdoors, going out through. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at what point, like, did you realize I am different? Like, I just can't walk or run around like my siblings or other children.
For me, it came at that young age because then the questions were, you see, like now for my family, we are about 13. Yes.
Same parents.
Same parent. Now, the six of us have grown up together. Tunashindania 2 years, 2 years. So when they go to run around, then you realize sometimes they'll tell you, like, for example, when you go to shags, they go there for herding, kunini ng'ombe na mbuzi. And for us, it was very exciting.
Yeah.
Because you come from Nairobi to go shags. Nairobi, then we didn't have like cows, goats.
Yeah.
So then you're told where you would remain behind because you can't go herding. So then it kicks on you how. Then now comes the stories of why am I different?
Yeah.
Then it rings in your head. But that did not make me feel that nikujurumia, no. I was still just a kid who was happy with whatever I could.
Okay. And going to school now.
Now school is an interesting story.
Uh-huh.
My father and mother felt I should go to school. Then they sought out a special school out of advice. So then they took me to Joyland. It's called Joyland Primary School back then in Kisumu. It's next to Kisumu Poly. It was a very good school that was started by Salvation Army with a lot of resources, with a lot of infrastructure. But over time, the school became somewhere to teach persons with disability to adapt to life as opposed to the 844 syllabus that was there. Yes.
Okay.
So you could find, for example, you being taught how to navigate with a wheelchair or use crutches. But then when you go to class in the morning, you see a teacher like once in three weeks. So what actually happened is one of my cousins came to visit me. So when he
It
came,
was a boarding.
yes, it was a boarding school. So they would leave me in Joyland. Then they would go back home. Then I would stay in Joyland.
Okay.
So when one of my cousins came to visit me, he came. Then we, of course, that was, I think, class 2. Being somebody who is ambitious, I asked, nyinyi mmefika wapi kwa kitabu? Then he tells me, sisi tumemaliza kitabu. That is term 2. For us, we are in page 3.
What?
You remember the course book that we used to do?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what am I doing here? Because here, my marks are showing I have 90s. I am number 1 in my class. Though the intake that we had, because it's a special school then, we were just, I think, 8 of us. But then I'm the best in that class, but then I can't match my cousin. So then, by then, my father used to work in Bungoma. I go back and tell him, I am not going back to that school. Why are you not going back to that school? There is nothing that I learn that will make me who I want to be.
Yeah.
So my father gives me a challenge, but then I used to use crutches. You go look for that school you want to go. Luckily in Bungoma we had our cousins. I ask them, Dada said he wants me to choose a school. Give me the most expensive school you think it's here.
Why are you looking for the most expensive?
He gave me a challenge. He didn't go to look for it. And I had to walk with my crutches to go to my cousins.
Yeah.
So I also wanted to give him a challenge
Yeah.
so that we see what happens. So what does he do? My cousin tells me there's a school called Barrel Academy. It is actually the best around. I tell him Barrel Academy. He asks me, are you sure using crutches you'll be able to navigate? I tell him, why not? Then he tells me, okay. He goes, he pays the school fees, I start. And for sure, I'll tell you, one Barrel was hell. Because apparently I was in class 2, but academically I was like in nursery. Yes.
You were that
I
behind.
was behind completely. The first exam we do, Betty, I'm not embarrassed, and I always say this, I was number last.
Oh my
45
God.
out of 45.
What?
And it was not just working for me. The things that I'm saying in class, I don't understand what happens. So then, because you see it's a special school, they wanted money, and my father had paid.
It was also a special school?
No, it was
or
not a special
private
school. And normal school with normal children. I have to wake up in the morning. I have to prepare. Yes, they had a van. So the van comes to me in the morning. We go to school. There's lunch in school. Then they go back home. My father used to work in Bungoma then. So I lived with my father at that age.
Okay.
So one of the teachers called my father, told my father, you can pay a little, this boy I've seen is not so bad. Pay a little bit extra so that when people go at home at 4, for him it remains for 1 hour or 2 hours.
Tuition?
We do tuition.
Yeah.
I did tuition for 1 month. When we did our next CAT exam, I was number 15 out of 45. By the time I was finishing that term, I was number 3 out of 45.
Oh, nice.
So the average is what killed me, because we had an average system. So from there, then I picked up myself and said, if I can do that improvement, I can catch up and I can be. So I've gone to what you call normal schools all through. That was Marel Academy. After Marel Academy, I was called to French School Kamsinga. I went to French School Kamsinga. I did from 1 to form 4. Then there another problem came in.
In high school?
After finishing high school.
Oh, okay.
I had gotten the marks to be able to do law, but not in Nairobi, in University of Nairobi. The thing then, they were saying that those clusters were not enough to.
Yeah.
But for me, I had set my mind to be able to do law, not any other thing. So they suggested I do special education. I refused. I'm not doing special education. I remember
Who are these who are suggesting?
the Ministry of Education, Jogo House, because my brother used to communicate to them. My brother wrote about 8 letters to them, my elder brother, telling them this guy has a disability, these are his results, we want him to do law.
Which year is that?
That was in 2000, was it 2008 or thereabout, yes.
Oh, there was no affirmative action
No,
then?
2000, yes, 2008. By then there was no, it's when, okay, it was there in, I would say, theory, but they had not started practicing it so much.
Yeah.
I remember my brothers writing letters to the Ministry of Education, and none of them were answered.
Yeah.
So something happened, what I call some of these miracles that happened in life. I was looking for a wheelchair. The wheelchair I had then was very bad. The National Council wheelchairs. I believe then they break down and all that. So my brother had found an international organization, wrote to them, told them we need a new wheelchair. Just like the same brother was writing 8 letters.
Yeah.
Just like something you do for fun. Because finally I had finished Form 4. He also had finished campus, so we are at home.
Yeah.
So these guys came, they're called RA International. RA International. They came, they told me, you need a wheelchair. Fine. They asked me, what about your education? I told them, this is what happens. They said, okay, if these are your results and this is what happens, we will pay for your education through parallel program. So because my brother was from KU, he went to KU.
You went to KU?
Yeah, he was just from KU. He went to KU, he found an admission letter and everything. And that's how I joined KU.
Self-sponsored?
Yes, self-sponsored.
The government could not sponsor?
So by then, Raha was paying for my sponsorship, the tuition part. Then my family was chipping in the upkeep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like
then,
the government couldn't take you with the grade that you had?
by then, the government said, if I'm not doing special education, then...
So and why were they choosing for you education in particular?
But probably by that I could not understand. But my stands were, for me, I want to do law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
And finally, God and Raha International intervened, and then I go to KU. So they used to pay my fee, the fee tuition part. Then my parents and family chips in with the upkeep, and I go. So when I go to second year, is when now I get a letter from the Ministry of Education. You can now go to Nairobi University.
For law.
Yeah, through affirmative action. So when I went back to Ra, I told them, they told me, we have already started, just continue. Yeah, so I went through the 4 years KU, then the RAF called Kenya School of Law. I went through it, Triple Age, and that's my education.
And now in this like your education journey, what are some of the challenges that you experience, like because of now like the disability, also relating with other people, students?
Yeah, there were those challenges. When I go to Marel Academy, especially as a young guy, I used to use crutches. So you can imagine, you're there, you're using crutches, you're the only kid using crutches.
Yeah.
When you start moving, you are in class 3, but everybody from nursery, class 1, class 2 are jumping behind you.
Yeah.
So you move with your crutch, they also move. You are actually a spectacle.
Yeah.
Something that a lot of them had never seen. When you talk again, they wonder, he can talk. A lot of teachers are afraid of giving you assignments. They're afraid of telling you you're wrong because they feel they will offend you.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that for me being, I would say, the first person with disability in Marel, it opened up the administration's mind to be able to understand, to be able to put infrastructure, to be able to make sure. For example, we had one stream. I remember it was just class 4. But now when I came, because it was upstairs, they had to build another class 4 downstairs and name it white.
Yeah.
So we had white. So they made sure we have white and P. So white was downstairs, and that was because now the manager had to think I may have another.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is something I'm always proud of, because now, because of me, this had to be. So then when I go to high school, in fact, I remember my mother had refused, I'm not going to Kamusinga. Because we live in Homa Bay, which is about 400 kilometers from Kamusinga. Kamusinga is in Western.
Yeah.
So she was like, how will my son go to suffer all that way?
Yeah.
And how will he manage? But this was my like coping mechanism. There are a number of students or other pupils who moved from Marel to Kamusinga.
Yeah.
So when I went, we went like a block. So they already knew. But by the time I got to high school, my legs had already started weakening. So I used a wheelchair. But they already know how to move the wheelchair, how to operate with me. And a lot of those guys have been my family.
Nice.
For KU, the challenges were, as much as KU main campus is disability friendly,
Yeah.
the law school had just started 2 years.
It's in main campus or it's in Parklands?
It's in Parklands. So the class is upstairs. So my colleagues have to carry me every day to class and back. To class and back. The administration tried to push for the ideas, but things like procurement to be able to build a ramp took 4 years. But by then I'd already done.
Yeah.
Now on this, the challenges on the maybe social side of education is you always want to prove that you belong.
True.
You always want to prove that you can be able to do law. That as much as you have a disability, you want to. Then teachers also expect you to be the best.
True.
So this comes with the pressure.
I know.
Yeah. Because wewe ni ule ufai kwenda kupati, you're supposed to be studying.
Yeah.
Wewe ni ule, so it comes with the pressures of it.
So you didn't like huku unaenda sherehe while in university?
Trust me, I am a fully human being despite having disability. So I had a full ray of university life because after accepting me and after having people around me who accept me, and up to today I've remained lifetime friend, I lived a full life.
Yeah, and now you see, I'm trying to understand. Now you've come to Parklands, in like now that is Kenyatta University. It's your first day. You've just reported. The buildings are not accessible. How did you go about it? Like, did you have to request people to carry you, or just people were just offering to assist you?
On day one, we went. Then I went with my brother because then what the arrangement was, I'm going to Parklands. So my family found a hostel near Parklands, and I was to live with my brother in Parklands. So when we went, then we were told classes upstairs. So my brother had to look for other guys to carry the wheelchair with me. Luckily, when
With
I go
him?
with him, when I go to class, as I get into class, I find two people whom we were with in high school together.
Ah, okay.
So already it is Kizito, you are here. Kizito, you are
Yeah,
here. Kizito, do you want to go out? How can we help you? And then it became so. From these two, the rest of the class members learned.
yeah.
Now the administration tried to create a class downstairs, but then KU was told it is too expensive because then it means you have to hire two sets of lecturers.
Yeah.
Because if you have two streams, two first years, then you have to hire two streams of lecturers.
Yeah.
You have to have, so it was too expensive. So they said,
How about having this? I don't know. I know you're not the right person to ask this question. How about having the classes downstairs?
now the classes we could not have them downstairs because the numbers.
You are many.
We were like 230.
Ah,
The classes downstairs were just meant for study. For like 20 people,
Oh, okay.
30, so it could not work.
okay.
Yeah.
So you just had to go through that.
So I went through that for 4 years.
For 4 years.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So the
But
ramp
then
came after.
The ramp came after I left. Okay, eventually they moved to a better building. A building with lifts, a building with all that, which is now KU Law School. But for us, we started with this board. I used to hear, I don't know the truth about it, but I used to hear they acquired the building from a primary school in Parklands. I used to hear, I don't know the truth about it.
Okay.
So it was just meant for that for start.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now here you are, you're done with campus, you've gone to Kenya School of Law. I've been to Kenya School of Law. Do I even also the buildings there are not accessible. I wouldn't say they are accessible, especially the administrative block. How did you go about that? Like there's the finance. I remember the finance used to be upstairs, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, how was that?
The first time I got there, I was told, for you can't go upstairs. So tell the person you have come with to go. So you give your documents to the person. Because upstairs, the finance was totally inaccessible. So they have either to come down where you are, or you send somebody you are with to go and get services.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is one thing that if we were to advocate for lawyers, I know it's difficult for them to change the building.
Yeah.
I know it's but it's something that over time we really have to think about.
Yeah, because even the classes, I don't know. Okay, my memory has lapsed. I don't like remembering, and I also did not go for physical classes. I went for physical classes for about 6 weeks, and then COVID hit. So, but I remember our class used to be somewhere down, class
Yes.
C.
For me, it was F. So what happens with again? God is as a way of being gracious. When I go to KSL, I got a friend whom we were with in high school. So already he knew how to.
Yeah.
So you don't know, he already tells you, by the way, we were living with him. I was living in the school, but he was living somewhere outside the school. So we had to change the classes to make sure we are in one class.
Ah,
Class
nice.
F.
Nice.
So he's the one who used to come from his place. He picks me, then we go to class.
Okay.
So already he knew how to move the wheelchair as much as there are these challenges.
But the class was accessible.
Not very accessible, but manageable.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And then now you, after finishing with KSL, work, the transitioning to work, you see most buildings, even the pupillage itself, majority of the buildings do not have lifts or escalators. How was that, or how has that been, looking for employment and making sure like the place that you're going to is accessible?
That was very tough. I wouldn't lie to you. It was very tough. One, there is always that mentality that the hardest part is to finish school. When you're done with school, being that you're a person with disability, the belief is always, I don't know whether it's mine alone, the belief is always that life would be a bit easier. I found that to be the opposite because
It's the most scary part.
yes,
Yeah.
even at application, I remember I could apply. Then I get a call being told, come for an interview tomorrow. We are in such and such a place. We are in the 4th floor.
What?
Of course, my next question is, do you have a lift? No, we don't have a lift. Then I say, I am a person with a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Then they would tell you, hey, we'll get back to you.
Oh,
And it goes silent.
that is that.
That is that. A lot of places. A lot of opportunities. So when I started Pupillage, I talked to a lecturer in KSL who organized me with Kituo cha Sheria.
Oh, yeah.
Then now I started in Kituo cha Sheria. I worked in Kituo cha Sheria, I think, from January to March. So it means I used to live...
They're not licensed for 6 months, right? Are they?
They're licensed for 6 months.
Oh.
Yeah, so I started my pupillage in January.
Then
so I used to move from Buruburu, where I used to live, to Kilimani, to Kituo cha Sheria, in the morning and back. It was a challenge using a matatu, but I learned a lot.
Yeah.
One, I learned kumbe I can.
Yeah.
And two, sometimes I would get rained on. But I believed it was part of it because I didn't have a car. I was alone, mostly just drawing my wheelchair around, or sometimes getting help from...
Like moving around by yourself?
Yes, I was moving around by myself.
I am acting surprised because, you see, I acquired my disability very early. Like, I was 12 years.
Okay.
So I haven't seen people moving with wheelchairs.
No, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get tired of it. And very many times in Nairobi especially, what I came to learn, you get a lot of help from the watchmen around.
The soldiers are
perfect.
Those people are
that
amazing.
People tend to look down on.
Yeah.
They're the ones who will tell you, oh yeah, unaenda wapi.
I know.
Acha nikusukume back up.
They come through a
They
lot.
really,
They are really
come
good.
Through.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're in a pavement, you don't have a ramp, you don't have a way of going down. They're the ones who will help you to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, like, what I want to understand, because I know the way the buses are, the matatus. Like, you see, when you're boarding a matatu, most of them are high. Like, there's a step.
Yes.
And for the buses, it's even worse because there are several steps before you get inside the bus.
Yes.
How do you navigate that?
Now, thank God, as much as I'm physically disabled, the polio did not affect me totally. It only affected me, let's say, partially. Plus, I am a person who, sio squeezy, but long time I used to go to the gym a lot, work out a lot, yes.
How? I'm sorry to ask, but I'm curious.
So this is the thing, Betty. Actually, if I was to move from here to where the TV is at the end of the room, I can do a few steps. I'll get tired. Even from moving from the other seat I was to here, I was able to make a few steps. I'll get tired.
You came yourself.
My legs will get tired, but I can. So when I go to the gym with a helper, I am able to, like, they'll make me sit on the knee and work out. I'll be able to lie on the flat bench and do the workout. So I used to really love it because it also used to give me the energy to be able to push the wheelchair.
By yourself?
Yeah. So if it is like, for example, a matatu, if I'm able to get hold of that handle, the handle that is never always at the door, I can, by then, not now, I could pull myself and
but
my
mbele, hapo si ni mbele, because nyuma kunakuwa na hiyo kitu ya kushika.
No, kwa mlango ya matatu, see, kwa mlango ya matatu, there is something to hold always. So what is happening, nitaamka, nitashika hiyo kitu, then I'll pull myself and make the first step and make the second step. Then now, from there, usually I used to sit on the first row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mbele. So hapo mtu akitaka kupita ni mtu apite akae kando yako.
Yeah, so the wheelchair they would really fold it and ingekuwa hapo kando yangu na nashikilia.
Lakini basi, for a bus,
I would sit, just hold. I can,
because buses are very high.
They're really high, but I had a tremendous, but then, not now, sai, mwili
miaka imesonga.
Uzembe imeingia kidogo, but I could actually jump that high.
That high?
Yes.
Okay.
Najishikilia tu na nini. And in fact, if you wanted to annoy me, is kuja unibe, because now, when you carry me, you mobilize me, I can't now to move.
Yeah, and that is what I really wanted to ask you about that. Like, do buses, like maybe you're just waiting at the bus station, you want to board a matatu or a bus to the place that you're going to. Yes. Are there like buses that you can clearly see it's not full, but they just pass?
By then there were some that could. Then there were dondas who could tell you, hapana, mimi siwezi kukubeba.
Anakwambia outright?
Yes, because wanaona it's kazi ngumu kukubeba. But then again, where there's always some silver lining. They are very amazing donors. There are those who would even
I
tell
know,
you.
yeah.
There was even those who tell you hakuna haja unipatie pesa, it's okay. So again, I remember Kencom, at Kencom, they were very, very nice donors. You know, we used to take a vehicle at Kencom that goes to Kituo. They, in the morning, he would look for me a bus that has space in the middle, between, in the aisle between the seats.
Yeah.
He would actually make sure, na in fact, anakuambia nakutafutia.
Conductor Makamagera.
Those are, they're called kamageras. The people who wait.
You see, there is a conductor. The
Yes.
conductor goes with the bus.
Yes,
They move
then,
with the
then there's
vehicle.
Kamagera, the one mwenye anajaza. Very amazing.
They are really amazing.
They were very amazing. They could actually angesearch. Kwambie ngoja tunakutafutia yenye nakupeleka mahali unaenda. Even at Buruburu, I found one who was able to talk to. Was able to talk to a KBS bus. Kamwambia huyu anashukaga Kencom.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, just make sure you take him to
Those
Kencom.
people are really nice. I also
Very nice.
must shout them out. They are really nice. And the moment they know you, they cannot let anything bad happen
they
to
will
you.
always,
Me too, they have really
protect you.
come.
They'll always carry. As long as you move to a certain route, waonege unaenda kila siku, something you do. They tend to know you. They tend to know you ni hivi. Yeah, they're really helpful. Really, really helpful. But I'm not. It was a big challenge because sometimes you leave home, you're very nicely dressed. Vile utafika kazi, you maybe miss up mud, maybe you're a bit rained on, and all those things. Yes, sometimes.
Like.
There was a time I was rained on from CBS, is it bus station, to Kenko.
Uki move to.
Yes.
And now also because I walk around town and I know the terrain, because sometimes the walking path is too rough, or there are too many stones. I don't know, it's not smooth. For you now with a wheelchair, how is that?
It was a struggle. I wouldn't lie. It was a struggle, especially in the beginning. It was a real big struggle. In fact, there was one of my friends who told me, why do you go to work? Because I'm seeing this thing and I'm saying it's impossible for you to do. But I was like, I can't stay at home. And now I went to school for 4 years or so. How do I just stay at home? So I started in Kituo, did Kituo up to March. After Kituo, Parliament called Privilege. You know, Parliament is a place of privilege. I had to move from Kituo, leave my privilege halfway, and go to Parliament.
Started off, or you continued?
Started off. Parliament is a place of privilege. Parliament is the only place where, as a pupil, you're sure you'll be paid. You'll be paid as a pupil, and you're paid handsomely.
But your law firms also pay.
No, as a pupil, Parliament is a bit high. By then, I don't know now, but I believe. Then you get to see the world, you get to do, So I started off in Parliament. Again, I wouldn't say, and honestly speaking then, I wouldn't say Parliament was easy. Because as much as it's Parliament, sometimes you're told hakuna computer and you have to carry your own laptop. So how do I carry my own laptop? And I'm willing myself to work.
So like you just use matatu and get to. Forgive me if I sound so naive.
No, it's a learning process.
I'm also learning a lot. Like you just get out of your house, get to the matatu. After the matatu drops you, you now get all the way. It's Parliament Road mpaka ufike Parliament.
Yes. But sasa, what used to happen when I was in Parliament, mostly, in the morning we'll leave home with my sister because she was also working in Westlands. So then we'd go get a matatu, she would drop me at Parliament, then she would go to work.
Also, she would help.
So with Kituo, it was different, but with Parliament, my sister used to work in Westlands. So we'd leave home, we go to Parliament, she drops me off at Parliament, she goes to work in Westlands, then for me I get to work in the evening. There are these fella pupils who we come out with. They'll drop me at the bus stop, then for them they go, I also go. But once I get to Buruburu, it was much easier because where I live in Buruburu, you just cross the road, then a bit Nilami, so just straightforward, then you get into the compound. It was easy.
Okay, and now from Parliament you go to State Law.
Now from Parliament, we were really hoping that we would be absorbed. Unfortunately, it didn't happen because, of course, Public Service Commission, there was a change of MPs, change of guard and all that. So, after that, I stayed home looking for work. Betty, I applied for over 1,000 places of work.
What?
Applying every day and getting nothing.
Is it because there were no jobs? Did you get any feedback, or there was just
that is the feedback I was telling you, that somebody
the one
tells
for,
you, we can, I got a few, but it was, we can employ you, but what we're doing, we are in the 4th floor and you cannot. Another one told me it's a litigation thing. You with the wheelchair, you'll not be running around with files.
Those are the days that people used to go to court every day.
Yes, and you
physically,
run around.
like in
yes,
person.
and you run, you run around with files. And all. So he told me the work that I have. So then somebody told me, go back home to Homa Bay.
Allah.
So I went back home to Homa Bay. Then the clerk of the county assembly in Homa Bay told me, we cannot employ you formally, but you can be coming here to help us with drafting. Whatever we have, we will be able to pay you. We cannot employ you because then there was elections that were coming and they were not sure what the next governor or what it would be. So I worked for Homa Bay County for a while. Then after the election, there was a pending case, a petition. Again, the governor is not very sure if he's going to the governor. So again, you work. And the long and short is I was not successful in Homa Bay. I had to leave Homa Bay to come to Nairobi again.
Were you admitted at this time when you were going back to Homa Bay?
Yes, I was admitted. I was already an advocate. So you see, when the people age ended, we were admitted, but now Parliament could not employ us. So unatafuta kazi. So after that, I came back to Nairobi. I stayed in Nairobi trying to apply this, trying to do this, whatever I can do to be. The beauty is, in Nairobi, I was living in our house. So you're not paying rent. The only thing that is happening is now you're bored to death.
Because there's nothing you're doing.
There's nothing you're doing. You don't have money. There's nothing really you can do because, and you, for me at that time, you begin to also start hating the world because you know I did all this to be able to be comfortable. I thought I would have it marketable. So along the way, Safaricom came and Safaricom said they were looking for persons with disability. So I applied the first time. I did the interview, passed. But they told me, hey, we want people to go to Eldoret. We are not picking people for Nairobi. I could not go to Eldoret then because I did not have any other way. I did not know anybody. Plus, in my mind then, staying in Nairobi and around Nairobi, I believed somehow something would come, a job would come. So I refused to go to Eldoret and stayed. But when Safaricom applied, they interviewed the second time I went, and now they took us as a lot for Nairobi. So then I worked for Safaricom.
As a customer care?
Customer care, unajibu
the
simu.
call over?
Yes.
The ones that answer our calls.
So I have a law degree. I've gone to KSA. I am an advocate of the High Court of Kenya, but I answer calls. A friend of mine told me, hiyo sio kazi ya wakili.
But it was
ideally, I cannot say Safaricom was bad. And I hold Safaricom to the highest esteem up to today. Why do I say this, Betty? Safaricom is one of the few companies that has gotten, we normally call it the 5% rule.
The 5%.
The 5% persons with disability to be employed. Article 54. So Safaricom, by the time I left, it was about at I think more than 2.5. Because
2.5?
More than 2.5%.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Because, and this is what happened to Safaricom as I came to learn and see. Bob Kolimo was the CEO then, was very, very, very deliberate in what he's doing to make sure that persons with disability are employed. So that, one, if you're visually impaired or you have any, they'll create for you a workstation that suits your disability. Now, for us who are physically impaired, utabebo kwa nyumba yako with a taxi, you drop to job, in the evening there's a driver who comes for you, takes you back to your home. That is part of it.
It's amazing.
And you're paid, and the work halls are good, and they have toilets with disability, friendly, and in fact, even if, as long as you present them with a tax exemption, you will not be exempted. You will always be given those favorable shifts. You choose your shift. So the thing is, you just have to work. So that's where I learned that you have to work to to be able to make it. And as long as you work, you'll be able to make it.
That was like your first actual job.
Yes. The downside of Safaricom is, as much as they're doing so well, a lot of persons with disability around Safaricom, according to me, may not be true. And things may have changed by then. It's only that customer care that they do. So that, for example, for me, I got in knowing Safaricom must have a legal department, right? So I knew with the time, I will be able to apply, they'll be able to absorb me, and I'll be able to do what I like. But there is very little absorption from the call. So there are even people in the call center with masters.
Yeah.
Persons with disability with masters. I know it's not for their fault, but now that creates that redundancy that because I'm disabled, I'll keep on just answering calls but the pay is good, the deal is good, because I remember we used to get like 90,000 shillings.
Oh my God.
For somebody who didn't have a job.
Yeah, that's good money. And then it's your first job.
Yes,
so that must have been good money.
Like, yeah. So then around COVID, PSC advertised. I went and did the interview. I thought it was a joke because in my mind there was nobody who would employ you during COVID.
Yeah.
But somehow State Law called. I passed the interview and I got to State Law. When I got to State Law, I remembered. Now this is again another important part, because for me, my choice of drafting was not so much because I couldn't go to court or I didn't love court.
Yeah.
But it was those things I was being told. Running around is something you're not being able to do.
Oh, you had let that has already gotten to your head.
So where would I not run around? It's by drafting contracts, doing conveyancing, or doing drafting. And that's where I am in terms of work right now.
And do you feel like that made, like hearing people say that you cannot run around and whatnot, made you limit yourself? Do you feel like that, or you are comfortable where you are?
I am comfortable, though the truth is I limited myself. Because then I remember even when people were doing mooting in school, I was like, okay, why would I struggle to draft papers and end of it like that? And I didn't like court. Even at Parliament, there's a department where you go to court. I didn't like court. Because sometimes you struggle, you get to court, then by then everything is undone.
Milimani also did not have... See, Milimani has gotten the lift just the other day.
I remember went there once, there was a lift, but is this lift where it's one in a jar and you have to wait and but honestly I did not just love court, but I think as a person with endless potential I should have done more to at least learn also do, and I know it's never too late, but so I've always just stuck to drafting, mastering drafting. I enjoy it and I really love it, but I limited myself in that sense.
Okay, and then now this takes me to asking you, like, how about your social life? How is your social life? Is this something that you've limited? You mentioned earlier that you're more of an introvert than an extrovert, but now is it that you limit yourself, or how is your social life generally?
But I believe I'm a very social person. I believe...
or you don't have to get out to socialize.
No, I believe I have people around me and a lot of people around me, and I socialize a lot. It's only that because I think that thing was ingrained in me, where I find fun around the area where I can manage. I find fun in being indoors. I know that's a limitation in sorts, but that's what I do. But I meet people around those I can meet. And I have a lot of friends. That's something funny. Again, I would say God has blessed me with. I have a lot of friends, a lot of true friends I met in primary. We're still friends. High school, we're still friends. A lot of people who helped me around are people we were with in campus, and we've maintained the friendships.
Okay, so you go out to party or to just for events and...
Yeah, once in a while I do. Once in a long while I do. Yes.
And how is that? Like, do you find like any limitations? Yeah,
because of the wheelchair places that probably are not friendly. Sometimes there are limitations, and they're there, and there are things we are trying to really think about. For example, you would even go. I would pick, for example, Quick Mart. Quick Mart, the one in town. That Quick Mart does not have a ramp. and it has things on the upstairs. I remember there was once we went there with my nephew. Then there's something we wanted, but it was upstairs. Then my nephew is like, oh, okay, why don't we just scale up these stairs? So then he bends the wheelchair, then he scales. It's dangerous, it's uncomfortable, but we scale. So sometimes it's uncomfortable. You go to places, there is no access.
Yeah.
Some places you go, there are no access completely. But then I have always got to run through.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a time when I would go to a place there's no access, I'll tell whoever is responsible, sitakupigia kelele because I know probably you're not the one responsible.
Yeah.
But please find out from the ones responsible if there is something that can be done. And I believe in that way, then they become sensible.
Yeah, and then that means before you go to a place, you have to put in the thought, like you have to think about if that place is accessible. Before you get out of your house.
Before I get out of my house, I have to think and say, is that place accessible? Are the washrooms accessible?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You have to really think
and
about it.
And how many places do
and then
even have...
the people around me have also learned to think about that.
Oh,
so they will tell you, Kizito, we're supposed to go there, but I think I've gone there and it is not accessible. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's really... like, as I told you, I'm really learning.
Okay.
I'm really learning. And then I want to ask you about something.
Okay.
Like your dating life.
My dating life?
Yeah.
I have dated. I'm in a relationship. I am engaged.
Ah, nice. Fantastic.
Yes. And we have 2 kids.
You have kids?
Yes.
Like you're married with kids. I don't know why I'm acting surprised.
Yes. Why would you?
I honestly don't know.
I have 2 kids. Yes. One is 9. Another one is 4.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Ah, really? That's really amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
And how is now that life?
Challenging.
Oh, like being a dad?
Very challenging.
And you,
Very, very challenging. Yes.
How? When you say challenging, what do you mean?
Like
I'm asking not in terms of economic wise,
Yeah.
like in terms of being a dad, and then you have the disability. Do your children understand?
Okay, for the 9-year-old, the girl, she has once asked, but she did not ask me. She asked the mother, what happened to dad? Then the mother told her dad got sick.
Okay.
And now he uses a wheelchair. For the young one, the 4 years old, yanajua tu dad uses a wheelchair.
They're too young
so
to understand.
atauliza dad nikusukume tuende hapa. But then she has never really asked. Yes.
Okay, but you find it interesting.
It's interesting. It's a joy.
Okay.
Yes.
Ah, nice. Then, as a dad, do you find yourselves, you see kids are just kids. There's a time, even myself as an auntie, there are times they will just tell you, auntie Ona, and then you see, you understand they don't know you can't see because they are kids. But now for you, are there times like people, like your children will tell you, daddy tucheze, daddy tufanye hivi, and how do you like navigate or go about that?
Okay, so for Betty, I think in their subconscious they tend to understand. I don't know. I'll just pick instances that tell me that maybe they tend to understand, because there was a time I remember the young one alikuwa anataka kuvalishwa nguo. Then anasema mami nivalishe. Then the mom is like, enda kwa baba yako kuvalisha. Then he's like, hapana, daddy can't do that. Yes. So to play, yes, we play like you can take a ball, nimtupia, tupe, like that. But I tend in their subconscious they understand. They see it, so it's like they know that daddy yako kwa wheelchair. That there are things he cannot do.
Yeah.
But it's something that is in their subconscious. Yeah. But because I asked myself, how come she already categorized and says, hapana daddy hawezi fanya hii, na daddy anaweza fanya hii. So to me it appeared as if ni kitu iko kwa subconscious yao. Yeah.
Okay, and then like before having kids, did you have like the fears of how maybe you would act around your kids. Did you have those thoughts? You see, people always, there are those fears that one normally has.
Yeah, as a person with disability, I had fears. And I had fears and I knew. In fact, I used to say, I used to tell myself that if I make it to where I want to be, probably I will adopt a child.
Oh, okay.
Because in my mind, I knew.
You'd already limited
in my mind,
yourself.
I already knew 90% of the ladies would reject me.
Okay.
It is something that people don't speak oftenly.
True.
It is something that people assume that as long as you're mtu ataku accept.
Yeah.
That everybody, you see the things we see in movies and novels, that everybody has somebody they love. So I always had that fear of being rejected by a woman. I always had that fear of being rejected by a lady. And in fact, I had already resigned to that as my plan. But
like not being single, like
being
staying
single,
alone for the rest of your life.
Having a kid whom I've adopted and living my life. Because for me, God had already done so much. But then I met this lady, we talked, we became friends, and she didn't seem to mind. So for me, I said, okay, let's have a relationship. Then the babies came and we have a life. But then I cannot take away the fear.
Okay.
And say it was not there.
It was
there. Yes.
Okay.
There's even that fear of, even when you're dating, does she love me because of me, or does she love me because of this? And why does she love me? Because for us, I would say, she doesn't have a notable disability.
Okay.
Yeah. She's what we say normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for her, she's just okay.
She's okay.
So you find yourself questioning. You used
so
to find
in
yourself
the beginning,
questioning.
I would question a lot. Mbona amenikubali?
Ama ni pesa.
Yeah, because for me, she's very beautiful. How could this beautiful lady? What does she see in me? And those questions lingered. I cannot lie and say, hakuna. Of course, in front of people and in front of everybody and in front of the world, I'm a man.
Yeah.
So nini. But deep down, when I go to sleep, or when I think, or when I write my poem, what has happened? And I know it happens to a lot of people. It's only that we normally pretend. And
we don't talk about it.
We don't talk about it. We don't,
And what did you do to overcome that fear?
So with the time, I would say I would give much of credit to my fiancée, because she tends to assure me and build me and say, okay, I know you like this, I'm going to this physically. There's even times I asked her, are you really sure? Yeah. So it gave me the confidence of saying, okay, maybe this is the path that God has created for me. Let me go with it. Let me build a family around it. And it has been challenging, but very satisfying.
Yeah, but I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're doing well. You're doing amazing. Yes, and now as we end, there are 3 questions I normally ask. And the first question is like, what would you, based on your experiences, what would you want to say to the society in general in terms of how they handle or treat persons with disabilities, and mostly your type of disability, because this is something that I have zero experience.
So what happens when I look at the society? There are 2 things that come to mind. One, I understand that a lot of things that happen in the society is because these people do not understand what disability is. They take it away from themselves. Either that, you're like this anomaly that has happened. So they don't have the knowledge over them. Then now again, another people who may have the knowledge over them do not want to do. So I would say the society should just be able to, I would want to see a society that persons with disability are integrated. Like for example, this idea of seeing a person with disability and you think they're beggars.
True. Has that happened to you? Is it an experience that you've had?
It is an experience I've faced so many times. So many times. I remember even when I wanted to do, there's an article I've done, and it was published. Even when you go online, you'll find it under my name. Said not all persons with disability are beggars. You see, when I wanted to do that, I talked to one of our lecturers who is now a judge, Justice Chigiti.
Oh, okay.
And I talked to him extensively. I told him, you go to town, and when you go to town, everybody sees you as a beggar, as a person with disability. And he told me, think about it in 2 ways. There are people who are deliberately brought there to beg because they're persons with disability. So it's a syndicate. I hear it's a syndicate of somebody getting children with disability, putting them in the streets to be able to beg. Then there are also people with disability who would think that it's an easier way of living.
Yeah.
But then there are other people who are not beggars.
Yeah.
But now the society lumps them all together
Yeah.
and tells you, hapa tupeane si hapa. Yeah.
So they decline to offer services.
They declined to they declined to offer. There's even a time I went to watch football in a bar. Getting inside there, the match is already starting. The lady is already telling me si hapa. So I'm asking him, what si hapa? What are you saying? She's saying si hapa. Nini si hapa, because it had not hit my mind. So apparently we had a friend of mine. So then the friend of mine understood, and then the friend asking. In fact, she was telling him, do you know that you can buy all the crates of alcohol?
I know.
What are you telling me? This is hapa.
No, okay, in their mind they thought you couldn't
around there there were a lot
them.
of beggars. So they imagined by the factory in a wheelchair, you are a beggar.
Okay.
So then, in my article, I dispel a lot of this and say, not all persons with disabilities are beggars. In that, there are those who beg because they want to beg. There are those who beg because it's a syndicate they are put there to beg. But then there are those who don't beg. I remember during Ramadan, there's even a lady who stopped me in town. And the lady was really in pain, in cold. Na alikuwa tuna 20 bob.
Like they were with the disability?
No, the lady had no disability. But ilikuwa Ramadan na alikuwa amejifunga the hijab and everything. So you see, she comes, she only has 20 bob.
Yeah.
That 20 bob she puts in my hand. Before I say anything, she's gone.
Like anakusimamisha akupe pesa?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In their mind, you are a beggar.
Yeah, so it's Ramadan, so she has to do good. Before I tell her, Pana, she's gone.
Oh my God. So they...
There's even a lady I met. The lady was selling, anafanya hizi mayai, the eggs.
Pasua, the ones that they put kachumbari.
Yes. She comes in and she puts 20 bob in my hand, and before I say she's gone.
And you're just
maybe I'm an advocate.
Just minding your own business.
So I was thinking to myself, I'm an advocate of the High Court of Kenya.
Yeah.
I'm not doing so bad, but I know some nini. But then,
no offense to them. No offense to them. Yeah.
I understand it's
a hassle. Yeah.
I understand they would, but now the idea is that version that we're beggars is what now the society should be able to understand.
That is even stigma. Like, how do you just see me, I'm just minding my own business, and then you give me money?
Twice it has happened to me. So then at times, when I go to understand it, I was just... Because sometimes I do it so fast. When I have time, when you have
before
time,
you understand before you process, they have left.
So before then I would tell, no, it's okay, I'm okay. Don't worry, don't give me. Just go and use it to buy something.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do it so fast that you don't have time to explain.
Yeah.
Yes.
What? Honestly, I am shocked about that. So, so what to do, like, to say to the society?
So we have to integrate persons with disabilities. They have to be part of us. We have to be part of the society.
We are part of the society.
We have to be intentionally part of the society. You see, there are those who believe that a person with disability cannot be a criminal. Person with disability can be a criminal. I once knew someone, and because it's going online and it's postcard, I'll not say them. This guy used to know, he knows very well, he has money that is fake. But because he's visually impaired, anakuletea hiyo pesa na anakupea.
I don't feel good as a person.
I'm not lying to you. He was my friend in KU, of course. Anajua vizuri tena, I will tell you when you sit. You see, KU had this system where persons with disability, you go sit on the table, then the waiters in the mess come and serve you. So he knows very well I have this 200 bob and it's fake. But because he is the one who has given you, you will assume he does not know.
Oh, now you take advantage of people who treat you nicely.
Yes,
those people
so that's why I'm saying we have to be integral part. You have to take these are people. And just by the fact that he cannot walk properly, just by the fact that he has albinism, does not take away the good in him. And does not take away the bad in him.
True.
And does and does not. So once it is integrated, then even developing policy and developing law, we will stop as a society to think we are doing it for these people.
Yeah.
It will be, we are doing this for. When you go to America, is a very interesting. The title for the act is Americans with Disabilities, which means they are first Americans.
Yeah.
They are part of that society.
Yes.
Then there are people part of that society with disabilities.
Yes.
So I really, really find that to be inspiring. Yes.
Amazing. And now, like, what's your message or the word that you have for caregivers or parents who have children with disability?
One is that caregivers are a very important part of this ecosystem. They do an amazing job, and some of them even do an amazing job under very difficult circumstances.
Yeah.
There is this case I always like referring to. It is, again, it's an American case of a mother who had a child with disability. So on this instance, the child had, I think, this leprosy, not leprosy, this ugonjwa ya kifafa ya yes.
What's the name of that disease?
The one that you get.
I know what
yes.
you're talking about. It's
epilepsy,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So the child had epilepsy. So on that morning, the child had a lot of episodes. Then the mother would not go to work.
Yeah.
So when she got late to work, she was fired. Then now the media brought the attention.
Yeah.
So you see, these caregivers, mothers, fathers, they have to attend to their normal work,
Yeah.
and they have to attend to their children.
True.
So it is a very, very big sacrifice.
Yeah.
Of which, as much as I would like to say they continued doing.
Yeah, they should continue.
They should continue
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
I know it is challenging. I know it is challenging, but that is shaping up the future of that child like any other child.
True.
Speaking of this, it just reminded me. There is a family I was being told of. Their children have this disability. The one it's just gone off my mind. Autism, yes, that one. But so they find it is very expensive for the medicine. It is very expensive for the schools because, like now, for example, I was being told a school that is there, it's Westlands, and it's like 2 million.
Yeah.
An average Kenyan family. Yes, where do you get 2 million for your child to be able to be given care? So you see, those kids have to be locked up in the house. Again, unfortunately, their father passed on.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, their mother, who has remained with them, is a mother who believes in these maombi things. These kids have shaitani and they have to be prayed for.
Yeah.
So you see, they are going through a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
But thank God, again, through my intervention and advice, the family is going through and trying to find ways of taking care of them. So I understand it's a challenge.
It is.
But it's a challenge. It's shaping. My parents took care of me, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
And so it's something that we should encourage. It's something that, as the government did with the act of trying to see if they can get tax exemption, that's a positive thing.
Yeah,
should be
like they
encouraged.
have already done.
Yes.
Yeah, but you mentioned things to do with parents believing in prayers, and I thought, in your experience, have you had people stop you, or have you had people, like, some intrusive or things that you would deem offensive happen to you, even in town or just while you're just busy, other than the people giving you money? Have you had those experiences?
What I've had is, in terms of...
Or even language.
Yeah, what I would say is, of course, language. I've had language. I remember sometimes in KU we got into campaigns. I was supporting somebody, and now they say Kiwete. They say this. Well, how are you supported? How does somebody who does not walk? Sorry to go back because of the question I've asked me.
Yeah.
When we were getting into politics in third year in KU, you see, KU has this seat for persons with disability.
Yeah.
Where if you want to represent people with disability, you take that seat.
Yeah.
So as I was growing up, I was told, you're a lawyer, you have political ambitions, by them. You can go for seats of persons with disability. I said no.
Yeah.
I am a lawyer, I am in Parklands, and I'm going for a seat in Parklands.
Not in the main campus.
I am not going for disability.
Yeah.
That would be limiting myself. So then I started hearing this thing of Kiwete, you cannot lead us. Of course, it's said in jest. And to tell you the truth, it affected me then, and I had to drop out.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I didn't go through with it because then I think I was emotionally weak, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm not embarrassed.
I know.
But then I had a lot of it. People will say very negative things about you. That is there. Things that are abusive in terms of language. And especially in social media where you don't have to come face to face to them.
Yeah.
Those will happen.
Even on social media, people will attack you.
No, not personally me, but I always see
generally.
that derogative language.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And now, like, so as we wind up,
Yes.
well, it's sad that people do that, honestly. It's
Yeah.
really sad that people do that. And the worst thing is they assume you don't even hear. You see, there are people who will even say, I am just, let me use myself as an example. I am passing, I am with my guide, we're just walking. Someone is just behind us. And they use offensive language. Utasikia tu mtu akisema, I don't even want to mention some things.
Yes.
I wonder, like, you now even assume I cannot hear. You see? So those are some of the things, and it's really sad that people do those things.
Yes.
And I don't know, that is something that really needs to change.
Yeah.
So as we wind up, I don't want to get emotional. As we wind up, I wanted to ask, like, your word for young people with disabilities. And now that you even talked about those who are being used to go and beg, those in school, what would you want to say to them, like a word of encouragement?
For young people with disability, wherever they are, for me, I will always say, whatever life puts in front of you, you have to work it. It will be tough, but it doesn't mean you cannot make it. It may be tough, but it doesn't mean you cannot get to where you are.
Yeah.
So my policy is always to be, let me work very hard. Let me achieve what I want as a person.
Yeah.
But let me make sure in my own way, a small way, I also open up a way for the others who come after me.
Yeah.
So that then, as a person with disability, be it law, be it medicine, be it, it doesn't mean that because you have a disability, it's impossible. It's very possible for you to do. But as you do, where you can, you open up a way. If you cannot open up a way, you do 1, 2, 3 things to change the society. Then we all have a better society and a better place for persons with disability to be. If you were to look at Kenya, for example, 20 years before today, it was not like this. Things have happened, things have changed, they'll continue changing. But that is the effort through me, you, and any other person doing that little, and encouraging these little people, these young people to be able to do the best they can in school, at work, or even in any endeavor it's a challenge, but it doesn't mean you can't make it. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Kizito.
Thank you, Betty.
Thank you for accepting my call and for honoring the invite. I am really happy. I've learned a lot, honestly. I've learned a lot, and I'm really happy and grateful. Thank you so much for coming.
It is always a pleasure.
Yeah.
And I will always think disability awareness and disability rights as a way to give back. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And guys, that is it for today's episode. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like and share the videos. I'll see you in the next episode.